Hi everyone. I had a fun morning. I bathed in the ocean a little bit. I ran for a few miles, and now I'm on my way to Mexico to help one of my clients. I want to tell you about a few ways that you can succeed with a book. Everybody thinks, well, if your book is a bestseller, then you have a success. And that is true. None of my books are bestseller, but I must say that all my books are best-selling books. They're in circulation. And the last one that is holding very well for the last 5 years is Vision for Life, which is in many, many languages. In this book, I talked about overcoming nearsightedness, farsightedness, preventing cataracts and overcoming problems of cataracts, working with neurological problems. I put my heart and soul into this book. And we worked for 4 years on the first edition and then another year to create the second edition to the book. So this book had 3 prints in it. First edition and then the second and reprint of the second edition. And the publisher is not that big. It's North Atlantic publisher. And I was so happy that the publisher accepted me because they were reluctant at first. But then there's another form of success. A wonderful young man who works every year for thousands of hours doing very important work in front of the computer had a big problem with his optic nerve for different reasons. And in my last trip, which was only a couple of weeks ago in France, he met me and he loved the workshop that I was teaching. And he took the train all the way from Luxembourg to come to Paris to see me for private session as well. And he had improved his vision significantly. You can see how much the periphery was damaged in his left eye alone, and he had problems with both. And how much he improved, and that is before even seeing me. His doctor first was so impressed, she was hoping that there's a form of medication or something that he did with another doctor. She was impressed until he explained to her who I am. And for some reason, that wasn't good enough for her. So she reneged, and I remember my phrase saying, instead of calling our school for self-healing, we'll call our school for spontaneous remission. She would have gotten Nobel Prize just showing reduction in his peripheral loss in spite of a problem with his optic nerve. But because I'm not conventional, people ask questions. Doesn't matter that I have 52 years experience. Doesn't matter to help many thousands of people. But I don't care. I've written this book in so many languages, including French and the Czech language. And he read it in the Czech language. That by now it doesn't really matter. You know, in my trip, I had 17 legally blind people that I've shown people who just finished studying in the Bates School of Eye Exercises how to work with them. Now they wanted to work with my student Joanna in Spain. They wanted each to have a session with her so they can have a sense of the wonderful work that my students did with her. I had a wonderful ophthalmologist, many of you probably know it, Amelia Salvador, from Spain, who was very supportive of that day. And now I'm being invited to go to a secluded area with a bunch of teachers where they would serve us food and, somewhere exotic in Spain and teach my work next October. Before that, there's so many options for people here. You want an introduction to my work? Well, come on December 10th, a Sunday, and spend a whole day with me. And you will start to figure out how to improve yourself. Think about the person who just got a book, and not in English, in translation. And he was able, with that book, to change his situation drastically. So it is so important for me that you will all know that this place is available for you. Also in January, for New Year resolution, you can come here to learn how to work on yourself in a whole new way. My friends, we're standing for something very important, and this is the power of the body to heal itself, the power of the brain to grow new axons, the power of the eye that can grow and grow and grow. That's what we stand here for, and that's what we teach. For those of you who want to help us teach others, we have a beginning course, which is a course of initial practitioner in this work on August 4th until August 16th. It's going to be wonderful 2 weeks that you can spend with us learning in depth our work. So, all of you, I wish you the best. And I'm so proud of my book. No, it's not a bestseller. It is a best-selling, and it is in many languages, including Chinese and Lithuanian. But it is a wonderful opening for so many people. Those who read French, those who read Portuguese, and those who read Italian, and those who read Spanish, they all have my book to work with. Many blessings to all of you, and see you in a couple of weeks. Meir.